don't start commenting right away. You just clicked on the video, alright? Put the hands off the keyboard. Alright, here we go. Let's just calm down a little bit, alright? Just watch the video, hear my opinion on the movie, or make your own opinion, go watch the movie, and see it for yourself. But if you don't want to see this movie, that's fair. That's your opinion. You have the right to not do that. But this is my video. This is my opinion. Here we go. Snow White stars Rachel Zegler and is about a princess joins forces with 7 dwarves to liberate her kingdom from her cruel stepmother, the evil queen. From director Marc Webb, the man that brought you both amazing Spider-Man movies and 500 Days of Summer, we're talking the brand new film, Snow White. Alrighty, here we go. So, this movie has a ton of press about it. For the past year and a half, we've heard it all, starting with Rachel Zegler all the way up to now Gal Gadot and politics. And all that stuff can be talked about elsewhere. We've heard it enough. I mean, there's been so many articles, so many videos just talking about it. I get it. But the movie is out. I do movie reviews. Here I am. What is my opinion? It's fine. Okay. Is it good? Not really. Is it as bad as people are saying it is? Even though it hasn't even come out yet? No, honestly. Because I grew up with Snow White on VHS tape. Like, I've seen it a bunch of times. It was never my favorite, okay? My sister was more into Snow White. But I've seen it a lot through my life, and I know it is like the first Disney full-length animated feature to come out. It's important Disney lore. So for this movie to come out and have all the bad press about it, people have their right to be mad at certain things. Is it a little overboard? Yeah, what isn't nowadays? But when I watch this movie and I'm in this auditorium and there's tons of little girls in this theater, some of them even dressed up as Snow White, they were having fun, and I was like, and that is who the target audience is for. That is who is making this movie made for, and they are happy and having a good time, at least in my theater. So, my positives. First things first, Rachel Zegler is good as Snow White. We've already know she's got a beautiful singing voice from West Side Story and the Hunger Games movie. She continues that. She has a beautiful singing voice. She does a fantastic job singing all the songs in this movie, from the old ones to the new ones. She's a very good singer. She's also a very good actress. She was very good as Snow White, in my opinion, throughout the entire movie. Some people have issues with her not looking like Snow White. That's your opinion. I think her performance is good. I actually think the costuming is also very good in this movie. The production design and the production built of around sets, live sets, that was really cool to see. There is a lot of CGI, but I will say for the most part, it's a well put together movie with a lot of budget being put into it, and I appreciate them doing that. Now, when we get more into not really negative, it's mixed. I will say, when you have the recreations of the Snow White moments from that original movie in this movie, it's pretty good, honestly. Seeing hi ho, and a big screen, whatever, I was enjoying that moment. I cannot lie. But I will say, when it comes to all the new stuff added, the actual development of Snow White, it is cool to see, but honestly, the movie really didn't need any of it. And I know what you're saying. Well, Jacob, what's the point of remaking it? Well, first off, money. Second of all, we've seen a few live-action movies bring in certain character arcs and development and really stretch out characters that in movies from the past don't get their due. These movies get to do that. To me, Snow White didn't work that well. It really just felt like a movie when you watch it. You're just meandering a little bit and then have stuff happen. When you see the Snow White moments, you're like, oh, there's the apple scene. Oh, there's the kiss scene. Oh, there's that scene. There's that song. Those are the moments you enjoy. Everything else just kind of felt like extra baggage that didn't need to be there. And now this is right into my negatives, and my biggest negative is the reshoots. So it's already been said that in the original version of this movie, the 7 dwarves were not going to be in it. They weren't in the movie. I'm assuming that's why it's only called Snow White. But in the movie, they were going to have 7 live-action bandits. They are still in this movie, and they also reshot it with the dwarves. The dwarves themselves, I'm glad are in this movie. I was not a fan of their CGI. It just looked like Play-Doh humans. And I understand it's a Disney movie. They're fairy tale characters. But to me, it was just distracting. I do like some of the messaging through them with Snow White. I think it's very well done. But the thing is, just looking at them, I feel like kids can have nightmares because they just don't look real and it's kind of distracting. Also, with that, you have these bandits in this movie, and there is like a whole little subplot, like 15 minutes worth in this movie, that felt so unneeded. These characters were pointless. I do not understand why they would go that route. If you're gonna bring in the dwarves, get rid of the bandits. Just have the dwarves be there the whole time. There's literally like a 20-minute section where the dwarves are like, all right, we're off to work. See you later, Snow White. She goes off on a side quest with these characters. You never meet any of them. You never get to talk, really. And then they come back to the dwarves. It's like, why did we do that? And the pacing of this halts the movie, truly. Because it's like, what are we doing? Like, this isn't the story. This isn't Snow White. And then it goes right back to the Snow White story, It's like, that was so pointless. Truly. Like, whoever thought the dwarf shouldn't be in the movie is stupid. And whoever thought the bandit should still be in the movie, stupid. And that also comes to another issue with Marc Webb. Listen, I don't think he's a bad director. I don't think he brought anything to this movie. There never felt like a creative choice in this movie that felt like really stylish or very creative. It just felt so easy blocking, easy shot making kind of movie. There was like maybe 2 scenes worth that I was like, all right, that was really well directed. Everything else just felt very plain. And maybe it's because like with Wicked, you see creativity in the directing, the style, and the cinematography. I didn't have that in this movie, and that just feels so shameful because it's just like, you're a Disney princess movie. You should be able to do something creative. Bring out Snow White in the best ability. This movie, in my opinion, did not do that. It felt like when you had the Snow White moments, they were good. When they weren't the Snow White moments and you had 7 bandits subplot, it's like, what are we doing here? And now, finally, and unfortunately, I'm gonna be like everyone else. Gal Gadot, whatever, is not good in this movie. Listen, I don't think she's a bad actress. I don't. She's been good. We've seen it before. But people now are talking a lot about her for other reasons besides her performance. Her performance in this movie is just not good. All right? It's not. Her song in this movie with the singing voice, I think it's bad because you have Rachel Zegler in this movie singing, but like, Gal Gadot is just not good in this movie. She did not feel like an evil queen. She felt like an evil snob. And it did not work, in my opinion, at all. And when you have like Angelina Jolie's performance from Maleficent, you're like, that is an evil queen. That is really good. Then you have this. It's like, this isn't good, honestly. And I feel bad for her because obviously she was on a high with Wonder Woman, then that fell apart, and now she's trying to continue her career, and she gives you this performance. And man, it just wasn't good. It didn't fit the movie, honestly. Like, it just didn't fit. But anyways, Snow White, overall, it's fine. It's made for little girls. It's made for kids. And in my theater, they seem to really enjoy it. It's a watchable movie. Yes, the pacing sucks when they completely don't do the Snow White plot. And yes, the dwarves are very scary looking because the CGI just doesn't look right. And yes, Gal Gadot, not very good in this movie. But in the end, Rachel Zegler is good as Snow White. There is good moments in this movie. It has that magic in there somewhere, but it feels like the writers were trying to do something else. Backlash happened. They tried to bring the dwarves back in while still bringing that older movie they had and mixing together, and it did not work out. And in the end, it's a mess, but it's a fine mess. I'm going to give Snow White a C. Now you can comment. Now you can say I'm stupid, you're wrong, Disney paid you. Hell, I wish Disney paid me. I'm about to graduate. I would love a fat check right now. But I'm not getting that, guys. It's just my opinion. And honestly, it's a Disney princess movie. We will move on in life. So if you want to go see it, go see it. If you don't watch it. And if you don't want to watch it and you have something to say about it, your right is your right. So there you go. And if you guys enjoyed this movie review, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, everybody.